Let me tell you the story how the Hong Kong governor, Carrie Lam, ended up in jail. A jail actually created by himself. Hello, everybody. There is a war of sanction going on between the US and China. And what happened is, you guys know that because the Communist Party forced Hong Kong to accept a law defined by them, the so-called national security law, right? And that means killing the autonomy of Hong Kong. And because in the US, they have also passed a new law saying that anyone who sabotage the autonomy of Hong Kong is, so to say, a sort of criminal, that the American government have the right then to sanction them. So what happened is, for maybe now 10 days ago, I think, American government officially announced they sanctioned 11 top official of Hong Kong, including Carrie Lam, okay, the number one in Hong Kong, so-called chief executive of Hong Kong. But also, among these 11, there was also 2 high-ranking officials sent by Beijing, CCP, to Hong Kong, okay? What does the sanction mean? Well, I will come to it later. But interesting is, CCP, a few days later, also announced a counter-attack. We also sanctioned. So they also named 11 American people. Some of them are politicians. Some of them are actually just NGO, human rights organization chairman and things like that. What does sanction mean? Well, I can name some example. So when China sanctioned these 11 Americans, meaning these 11 Americans, they cannot come to China, they don't get visa to come to China, and they cannot have money, or their money in China will be frozen, or can be frozen if they want, and they cannot have a bank account in China. They cannot have a credit card, which is a Chinese credit card, like Yinlian, Union Pay, they call it, and so on. Maybe a few points more. So, but of course, everyone can understand, for these 11 American officials, what's the big deal? It doesn't matter. For them not to go to China, no problem. They don't have any wealth in China, so they can frozen, zero frozen. And I guess they don't have any credit card based on a Chinese bank like the Union Pay. And I don't believe that these 11 American officials have even a bank account in a Chinese bank. Now, what happened with the sanctioned Chinese official in Hong Kong and China? There's something different, Number one, I think they have more reason to go to America. I give you an example, Carrie Lam, her son lives in America. Right now he is in Hong Kong, but normally he lives in America. And I think her husband is already very frequently in the US also. And she wants to see her son, right? So she cannot do that in the future. That's already one point that may make painful. Even worse is, I don't know exactly how much money they have in America, but I guess they do have money in American bank in America, and that will be frozen. Through this sanction, a person, for example, like Carrie Lam, she cannot even buy an air ticket because all airline company are member of IATA, International Aviation and Terrorist Association. And this is an American company. So if they sell a ticket to Carrie Lam, they may be sanctioned too. So that means Carrie Lam cannot go anywhere. She can go everywhere by train, maybe, and by car. But, Hong Kong is an island. It's not so easy to go everywhere by car. And the worst of all is Carrie Lam or the police boss of Hong Kong, P.K. Deng, they cannot have a credit card, an American credit card. And I tell you, my friends, all the biggest credit cards in this world are all American. You just name it. American Express, Visa card, MasterCard, probably Diner card also. Yeah? All the American company behind it. So, and the sanction, when American government say sanction, it means American tell all the people, yeah, these 11 people are sanctioned, so if you do any business with any of these 11 people, you also will be sanctioned. So I give you an example, a very interesting example. The police boss of Hong Kong, P.K. yeah, he was asked by journalists and also Carrie Lam. Both of them talk very tough. Yeah? Wow. Carrie Lam say, I feel honored being sanctioned by America. You know, I feel honored. And this police boss, P.K. saying, no problem. I have already moved all my money to Bank of China, to a Chinese bank. So, but you know, unfortunately, or well, for much, I don't, maybe it's not having nothing to do with fortune, but the fact is, he's not that smart actually, because he thought when he moved all his money to Bank of China, yeah, and maybe he also give up his American credit card and have a Chinese credit card, then he's safe. He's wrong. You know why? Because Bank of China or any Chinese bank who do international business, they all do. When you do international business, you need to transfer American dollar. And if Bank of China in Hong Kong accept this P.K. to have a bank account in Bank of China, only that is already enough for sanction. And if they even offer him a credit card, and if they even allow him to have a lot of money in investing for whatever project and have the bank to manage his money, all this mean Bank of China is going against the American sanction. And America will then withdraw the license of Bank of China to do business in American dollar overnight, if they want to do it. Whether they are going to do it, I don't know. Yeah, but it's not like P.K. say, I'm safe now. I have all my money in the Chinese bank. And go to hell with you, American. It's not absolutely not true, because I don't think Bank of China is ready to take the risk to go bankrupt, because if a bank like Bank of China cannot do business with American dollar, it means the bank is dead. This is like that. Actually, before I tell you all this, I want to 100% sure what I'm saying is correct. So I actually have a talk with a high-ranking manager, a banker, yeah, in one of Europe's biggest bank. Okay, I checked with him exactly, and he said yes, absolutely. Even if they just accept this, one of these 11 sanctioned people to have a credit card, yeah, to have a bank account, that's enough reason for America to tell this bank, sorry, from now on you cannot do business in American dollar, and any bank will die. So no bank will take such a risk. It's a huge risk. So some of my friends used to tell me, America sanction, it doesn't help with, these communists, you have to show the muscle, you have to, bang on them, sanction. I'm not so sure. And also, sanction is only one of the first steps. America still have many cards in the hand, and they are going to play out one after another. Sanction is not the final hit. In fact, like Ronald Reagan used to say, peace through strength. As I mentioned in my previous episode, the American military are all positioned around South China Sea and Taiwan, and basically surrounding China. So they got ready. But as I said, I don't think they want to have a war. But to fight against a group of gangsters, the biggest gangster organization in the world, you have to have muscle. Huh? Not just to show muscle, but real muscle. Yeah? And to be honest, only those so-called 50 cents army or those young Chinese who are cheated by the Chinese propaganda may believe that we, China, are now so strong that we can challenge US. Forget it. I have a very simple reason for you to hear. Already 15 years ago, I met someone in Hong Kong who became rich. You know by what business he became rich? To help high-ranking Communist Party officers to get a foreign passport. And why it's so sensational or why it's so special? Because for a high-ranking Chinese Communist Party functionary, it is absolutely forbidden to have a foreign passport. It's death penalty. And many of them have American passport. Secretly, totally secretly. And this guy, he told me, not even their wife, not even their parents, not even their children know that they have American passport. Huh? Even member of the standing committee. And he became a millionaire by helping all these people. All top secret. Of course, he even to me, he never mentioned the name of the people, but that is the case. So how strong is China when high-ranking or top-ranking party functionary secretly get an American passport? What for? They won't be. They want to be the first one, quickly run away in case situation doesn't look good. So much for today. Don't forget, click like and subscribe. And also, by the way, thank you for all your support. We have got some fantastic viewers who have been making donation in Patreon to support our channel, to make sure that this channel can continue. Thank you very much, and bye-bye.